They start with 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to be refuting Natalie and her claim that plea bargaining undermines the American justice system. So plea bargaining technically is not unconstitutional because people choose to waive their Fifth and Sixth Amendment rights. And in any case, the Constitution is meant to conform to new contemporary standards. In this case, the amount of traffic that we have in the judicial system. And in response to the case of Santabella versus New York, it didn't necessarily address the claim of the Constitution. Instead, it had relevance to the next point. And while the plea bargain does discourage going to trial, it is needed in order not to infringe upon the rights of other people to have a speedy trial, because if we were to try all of the plea bargain trials instead of allowing them to go through, then other people would not have the chance to have their own trials done quickly. When it comes to the plea bargain not being properly administered, the judicial system, while it does search for truth, sometimes plea bargains can be used to find this by gaining the names of accomplices, and even though a criminal may gain a reduced sentence, they are still paying their dues with paying certain dues, which is the point of the justice system, and it does avoid them being acquitted in a trial. And even though technically the crime does not fit the punishment, prosecutors have to pick their battles, and in the case of the Buchanan County prosecutor, Dwight Scroggins, said that having fewer cases reach the stage when a trial date is set means the cases are generally disposed of more quickly, and therefore speed up the overall time it takes any case to get through the circuit, which allows the American justice system to stay focused on the more important trials such as murder in contrast to petty theft. On the third point, wrongful convictions are a small part of the total convictions. Wrongful convictions having to do with plea bargains are 0.5% of the actual wrongful convictions in the country. And even some of those are not due to plea bargaining. It's due to either informants having wrong information or ineffective counsel on the parts of the defendant. And in the case of the idea that it undermines the system, instead it just shows that there are improvements to be made, and as in any human system, there are always improvements.